Life is 100 flights of stairs in a building with an elevator that goes extremely slow. Some were born on the 25th floor, but most of us were born on the first. In the quest to reach the top, the trick is to take the stairs, regardless of where you started out.
Whoa, that was a quick intro. What up? Normally, I do like 5-minute intros because it's a live show. This is a recorded show. I even have my timer right here to tell me how long the show lasts because I'm not going by real time here. Basically, this is a fake time thing. All right, so you guys are in the future. I'm in the past. I'm probably even watching the show with you, maybe. What's up, John? I see you, baby. Looking handsome, man. Nice cut, dog. But yes, since I didn't prepare, I usually prepare during the 5 minutes, and I write out like my whole thing. Today, my notepad is blank, so no notes today. All right, I'm going however I go. All right, but that reminds me, especially for those of you guys going on the road. All right, I'm not with you in your day-to-day life. All right, so like I don't know the bad habits, the good habits, the whatever habits that you're creating. All right, but I will tell you this, from what I've seen on the road, you guys kind of suck at preparing. And this whole thing, this basketball journey of ours, it's about preparing for the next steps. It's about looking ahead and doing all that you can to get better. All right, but what I see is if I like small things. If I'm like, let's get ready for the game, you guys start joking around, which is okay, I guess, but then you get your butt kicked and you're hella serious. If you guys played like you play, if you guys were like out there, like, enjoying the game, like smiling, like having some fun, and that was your best brand of basketball, then perhaps you could prepare like that. But you guys start to get your butt kicked and you guys get real serious. So I think that like your serious face is what you should have while you're preparing for the games as well. All right, but beyond that, it's like if I tell you to get out to the car, or to like, let's go to breakfast or whatever, you guys always wait till the last second. And that's very, very, very human of you. All right, most human beings do that, but most human beings kind of suck at life. So to get beyond that, you have to be the type to be like waiting around for people. You want to be waiting around for people. You want to be like bored to death, basically, okay? You want to get everything ready so fast that you have nothing to do. And then with that nothing time, that will define your greatness. All right, so if I say we're leaving at 5:30, you should be like at the car waiting at like 5:20, 5:15, 5 o'clock even. And while you're waiting, you just sit down with the basketball and you just dribble it like low, and you just like make up stuff, because that's what bored people who end up being great do. They have all this downtime, and then they use that downtime to become amazing. And if you listen to people, you'll hear them saying, like regular people, you'll hear them saying like one main thing. They don't have enough time. They're always hurried. And when you hurry, you add anxiety to your life. Like you're always stressing out, like, And then when you hurry, you miss out on stuff. Like, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I'm late for the game. Or like when you hurry, like during our boot camps this morning even, they just sit around like during the water breaks, like, And as soon as they hear the beep, beep, and they have like 3 seconds left, they like run to the spot. Then I'm counting like this. I go 3, 2, 1, 0, then boom, the workout's supposed to be starting. But no, they're just now getting on the machine. And while they're only missing like 5 seconds, 6 seconds, so sometimes it's 10. For the Vertimax, it's like 30 seconds because you have to put the whole thing on. That adds up. Over the course of the workouts, we have 4, 8, 32 different workouts. You miss 5 seconds each and every single time. That's what, like 160 seconds? May not seem like that much, but to me, that's like almost 3 minutes. I mean, that's and if you do like the workouts, a few times a week. Let's say you come three times a week. That's just 10 minutes a week. But then you add it for the entire year. I mean, that's 500 minutes. Then it starts to become something. Where like basically, if I did my math right, I don't know if I did. I have no idea. But that's like nearly like 10 hours. That's like crazy how it adds up so fast if you just like skip those 5 seconds. But if you add those 5 seconds, then it adds up to something tremendous. Okay? And I'm really sorry if my math is wrong. I don't have anything written on my card. Come on. How am I supposed to keep track of math too? So yes, you have to care about every moment. You have to act like there's like a fire in the room. You have to go for it. You have to prepare for everything that you do in life to make it a habit. So then when you prepare for being in the NBA, you can actually get there. All right. So be better preparers, basically. Okay. Let's go on. We have our flight in a few hours. So that's why I'm not doing a live show, because we will be in the air. And I'm not that confident to do a show in the air because, I don't know. The mask mandate is off. So, we would be able to show our faces. But I don't know if, people would like for us to, be doing a whole show in the cabin of an airplane. What if the stewardess or stewards tell us not to? Then I would have to put them on blast and put them on the show and ask them to do some moves. Toss them a ball real quick. All right, so we can't do that. So that's why I'm doing it early. So we will ask the trivia question and stuff like that. I will look in the comment section, the live comment section, all right, to see who answered it first. And then for the next few days, next couple of days, we will do the show as a team. All right. Let's start off with let's go a little bit inside and out backwards. Let's start with the story of the day real quick.
Sometimes you won't feel like getting out of bed to work out, but you must. Sometimes you'll get knocked down figuratively or literally, but you must go on. Sometimes what's deemed impossible will overwhelm you to no end, and you must ignore it. Because a champion is someone who continually gets up, even when they can't.
All right, so I know the end of the end of that pretty well. It's one of my favorite quotes. A champion is someone who gets up even when they can't. All right, I talked to you guys about it before, and there are moments in your life that you can possibly imagine where even if you were completely just down and you had no way to get up, you would find a way to get up, and that's during dire situations. Your leg breaks, whatever, but then a truck comes down the street. Oh, you'll find a way to get up. But if your leg breaks in a game, you may not move because it's not quite worth that much, right? All right, to the best, it's worth everything. I've been watching Winning Time with the Lakers because when I can't sleep at night, there's nothing else to do. I would just go to just toss one of those in. And the best character by far is Jerry West. And he wants to sue them for not depicting him correctly. So if that's not who Jerry West is, whatever. But if that's who Jerry West is, that dude's a beast. All right. You guys talk about LeBron losing in the finals 4 times or whatever. This dude lost in 6 straight finals. When he finally won in 72, he didn't even care about it. Because to him, it's just this game was just haunting him. Continuously haunting him. And he wanted it to be this amazing thing, right? And the best thing about him is that he did keep going. Through all the the trials and tribulations, he just kept going. And I hella respect that. It's amazing to me. And I know everyone's trials are different, and everyone's demons are different. But to be able to pick yourself up and keep going again is a mark of a warrior. All right. And if you walk through all those little ifs, or all those little sometimes that were mentioned in that video, sometimes you won't feel like getting out of bed to work out. You just do it. All right. I do that for the morning workouts. That's my secret. Okay, is that I hate those things. I just when I hear my alarm, maybe you can call me the strongest human being in the entire world. I don't know, but when I hear my alarm, I take a deep breath and I just move. I just move one leg over the other leg. Maybe I'm a superhero. Maybe I'm the strongest human being in the whole planet. But I just move the leg over the other leg and I start going. All right, and it says, but you must. Sometimes you'll get knocked down figuratively or literally, but you must go on. All right, whether you're depressed or whatever, you must go on. You must go on. All right. Sometimes what's deemed impossible will overwhelm you to no end. And we're playing in Houston this weekend against some impossible teams to beat. Cool. That should be an exciting moment for you guys. A really, really exciting moment because you only get so many of those in your life. All right? Man, just imagine that. Imagine playing against the dream team when you were those if you're from a different country, back when they had Magic, Larry Bird, and Michael Jordan all together. That was like an honor for them to play against them, right? And you think you would be willing to do it. And you think it would be like amazing. But no, these guys are not the Dream Team members. They're not Steph Curry. They're not the Nuggets. Nah. They're just some dudes that can beat you by 90. And you're not going to like it at all. You won't be like, thank you. That was such an honor. No, it's because you're lying. It's not an honor. You would hate to play against Michael Jordan one-on-one. You would hate to be in the NBA. You would hate making it there because it's too hard. Unless it's not. Unless you enjoy this equally as much. Now, I know what you're saying. You're like, well, if I made it to the NBA, I would be a lot better. What I really want is to be a lot better, right? All right, then let's stop going to games and just work out all the time. Work out all the time if you really want to be that good. So really, you don't want to be that either. Because if you really did it, you would do it. All right? So it's which one do you want to do? I'm giving you guys the chance to play against the best. You had your chance to work out the best that you can. Now, if you're going your fastest, it's all good. But if you're not, you got to speed up. Because again, I'm giving you the chance. I'm giving you the chance. And speaking of that movie, Winning Time, the Jerry West character again, he was never given a chance, he said. He said, whenever I come in here, I ask for these players, this player, this player. All we have is Kareem and everyone else sucks. And then the new owner was like, I'll buy you whatever you want. And he goes, what? He goes, yes, whatever you want. And everyone was like excited. They're like, really? Whatever you want. And Jerry was like, oh, crap. And then he quit. I hate to ruin the movie. Spoiler alert. Yes. But he just stopped. And the one guy goes, I know why you quit. Because you were finally getting everything that you wanted, so you no longer had the excuse. And he even admitted to it. He was like, you're right. I can't do this. I want to be on the court. I was a great player. I'm not a great coach. And it basically just exposed him. And he's like, even if you gave me everyone, I couldn't do it. And I think that's what many of you guys are saying. So don't say that. Believe that you can do it. I am giving you every chance in the world. So yes, you no longer have the excuse. Everyone loves a great excuse. Don't worry about those excuses. Take those excuses out of your life, and you want to keep going. All right, so even when you're overwhelmed to no end, you must ignore it. Because a champion is someone who continually gets up even when they can't. So for these games, what I want you guys to do is to go out there. I'm sure that Future John has already given you the speech. To go out there, lose by 1,000 points. I don't care. But have a smile on your face the whole time. Clap the whole time. Press them the whole time. Dive for every loose ball. And exert maximum energy. Because if you can do that, you're as amazing as someone who can try hard against all odds. Like the freaking 300 in that movie where they're fighting against thousands of guys. You have no chance, but you go. People who are striving to make it to the moon, trying to do the impossible. All right, someone trying to just reach a roof, trying to jump up as high as they can and try to jump 100 feet in the air, even though that's impossible, which is hard. It would be easier though if they lowered it just to try to touch the rim. But no, the roof is up there, and they can still jump their highest. You have no clue how hard that is. If I gave you a height that was just this much out of your length versus a height that was to the moon, this guy's going to jump higher unless you have the willpower to overcome that. And if these coaches out there see you, it might be like a D3 coach in the audience. They're going to see you play against all these D1 players, and they're going to see that you never give up and be like, whoa, I've never seen that before, because no one does it. No one does it. And I don't know, it just reminds me of Michael Jackson when he was younger. Michael Jackson would be like, sit down, girl. I think I love you. Now stand up, girl. Show me what you can do. He's just screaming at this woman, basically, right? He's like a 7-year-old, and he's so charismatic. And I'm like, you could tell 1,000,000 7-year-olds to do that. None of them could do that. And all he's doing is just screaming and being vocal, right? For you guys, it's the same thing. All you have to do is go like this. Let's go! But you're going to go like this. And you're going to think that it's silly to try so hard when you have no chance to win. Don't think that. All right? Because that's what all those haters think about you. They think that it's silly for you to even try hard when you have no chance to win. Don't think like them. Get that hating mentality out of your brain, especially when it applies to you. All right. Let's speed through this because that was a long intro. My bad. All right. Let's check the quote of the day. It's to never discount a person because of age. All right, never discount a person because of age. You guys are the young ones. You all understand what this is about. People think that you can't do stuff just because you're young, and they totally just like ignore the fact that we can't do stuff because we're old. The mind works better when it's younger. And like if you look back in the past, like to King Arthur and all these other people, they were super young because people died when they were younger, when they were doing all these amazing things. Old people can't learn 6 languages. A 2-year-old can learn 6 languages in a heartbeat, like any second. I met a girl in Lithuania. She was like 9 years old, and she was with us Belarusian from Belarus. This group of kids in my hotel, and they were like just playing me in chess and stuff like that. And this girl starts talking English to me, and I was like, "Oh man, your English is good." And I was like, "Where are you from?" She's like, "I'm from Indiana." I was like, "Indiana?" And I've heard her talk to her friends in Russian before, and I was like, "Yeah, but like you knew Russian before." I was like, "Wait, how long have you been there?" She's like, 7 months. I was like, 7 months? I was like, "Oh yeah, but you knew Russian before." And she goes, "No, not a word." I was like, "But do you speak it perfectly now?" She goes, "Yeah." I was like, "How did you learn the entire language of Russian in 7 months as a 9-year-old? And she said the most profound thing ever. She said, "Because I had to." And she wasn't talking about like her parents forcing her. She was talking about she wouldn't have any friends. And like she was just thrown into it. And she's like, I had to. So kids can do that better than adults can. As a product of necessity, kids can do amazing, amazing things. But you know what? Older people can do things too. So when you get older and like, let's say that you're beyond your years and like you were like, I want to change careers and stuff like that, people shouldn't discount you either just because you're older. There's some amazing stories about people of age doing stuff. So all in all, the gist of this quote is never discount a person because of age, of any age. And that basically just adds up to age ain't nothing but a number, baby. All right, age ain't nothing but a number. All right, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. All right, we got our elementary school drills. The clap game. All right, that's a quickness one right there. We aren't doing that this weekend because we are in Houston, so there's no open gym. 1-on-1 mid post. All right, all the moves. So if you catch the ball in the mid post, turning and squaring up, and then just basically just like they're at your mercy because you can shoot, drive, spin, move, fake spin, do a whole bunch of stuff, pass. All right, so put them at your mercy on plays like that. Other one is our middle school one. Half court shots. 0 to 2 dribble, 5 arc spots. When you guys do moves, make sure you guys do them in a minimalist style. You don't need to over dribble. When you over dribble, you're more apt to turn the ball over. Your teammates, you're not looking at them. Your teammates don't trust you. A lot of things can go wrong. The coaches think that you're a joke, basically, that are watching you. So minimalize everything. If you drive to the basket, it's 2 dribbles, hit, and then go. I got on Andrew for shooting a 5-foot jump shot the other day, wide open, instead of attacking the basket. That's what it's going to take. You have to understand, you're trying to do things the way that a pro would do them, not the way that it works in high school or middle school or elementary. All right, so attack the basket, 0 to 2 dribbles all the time. All right, last one that we're talking about is high school. Dribble tag, just keep the ball low. It's a fun game, but there are ways to do it. So keep the ball low, swipe, stay in an athletic position. 1-on-1 efficiency wins, same exact thing. 2 1 or 0 dribbles. You want to be as efficient as possible. With that said, moving on to trivia stuff. All right, the trivia question today is from our Limitless Hoops page with the Hoops history. Click on a random video like I always do. Oh my. Okay. This is gonna be a tough one here. All right, so I'll type in that. There we go. All right. So let me get the question. Oh, really? All right. Here's the question. All right. This is the video that came up was the 2000. I gotta say it correctly. The 2001 Los Angeles Lakers Philadelphia Sixers game 1. All right. It's the entire game. I think this is the game where Allen Iverson just went off. He even stepped over that dude. All right, the playoff record before for the LA Lakers was 11-0. Philadelphia was 11-7, and the Lakers were looking to just tromp all over them. They eventually did beat them 4-1, but this first game, it was epic. And I'm a Lakers fan. The 76ers stepped it up, dude. And Allen Iverson had an amazing game. And again, stepping over Tyronn Lue and stuff like that. So I looked up Philadelphia 76er trivia. And the question for today, again, first one that answers wins, is what were the Philadelphia 76ers originally called? All right? That's the question. What were the Philadelphia 76ers originally called? All right? I'm trying to get my music, but it keeps doing commercials. Man, YouTube sucks. There we go. All right. What were the Philadelphia 76ers originally called? I give you guys no hints. And again, the first person to answer wins. If you're watching this live with me, I guess if you answer before they answer right there, I don't know how this is gonna work out, but I don't know. Someone's gonna win today. Finn Kaufman's winning 8-5, 3-2-1. All right, and we will see what happens after that. But yes, I assume that's enough time. You have until the end of the show to answer it. Good luck, you guys. Turn off the music, and let's go to the next thing real quick. All right, we got our picture of the day. Let's check that out. Who do we have here? Oh, yeah, John Morant, comeback kid, man. All right, he's killing it. This guy's had a fantastic year. But what I want to talk about is the Minnesota Timberwolves falling apart. If you're up 26 and you end up losing that game, it's mental. All right, unless like maybe their best player got hurt and you got the luckiest 11 straight threes in the world or something like that. Nah, man, you're up like that. You should take care of that game. And the thing is that when you're coming back from a game like that, you do it in increments. You don't hit a 26-point basket. You don't go on even though they did, you don't go on a 20-0 run. No. You got to do it like 5 points at a time. Say like within these next 5 minutes, we catch up by 5 points. That's it. And then you do it 5 points again, 5 points in 5 minutes again, then 5 points in 5 minutes again. You can't just hope for big spurts because that is hoping for too much. All right? So you take your time doing it. But to not lose it, you must realize when those spurts are happening, and you must stop them in their place. So if they do beat you with 5 points, you're not up by 21 anymore. You're up by 26. 5 minutes passed, now you're up by 21. No, you just lost. You have to see it as a new game. And the game is no longer a 21-point lead. The game is you're down by 5, basically. Or the game is you're tied. And over the next 5 minutes, you must beat them by 5. Or at least tie them. But your goal is to beat them by 5. And you must have that same mentality to keep up with them. That's why it's actually pretty easy to keep, if you have a decent team, to catch up to a team like that. Because they're not worried about you. Like, basically, like, they will let you sneak behind them with a knife. Because they just go, oh, it's okay, I trust you. They're trusting you way too much. They're trusting that lead way too much. All right? And they feel like the 26-point lead feels the same when it gets to a 16-point lead. They're like, oh, we're still winning. And they let you sneak up on them. Every point has to matter to the point where you're just like, 26-point lead, and then as soon as it gets down to 24, timeout. Yo, let's keep going. And when you say that to some people, they're like, hey, calm down, man. Let's check up some fadeaway threes, man. We're here. We're made in the shade. You don't give people breath. And while they're on the ground, you put your foot on their neck. Not literally, but figuratively. But maybe literally if it's like, like a life or death situation. But not during a game because that is a technical foul. All right? So, yes, Minnesota should have taken care of that. And now their season's probably over because of that moment. All right? They had a 21-0 run in the fourth quarter to complete a 26-point comeback. That's inexcusable. So, yes, make sure that you guys aren't in that position. Don't put yourselves in that position. And if you're down, don't give up. It's just 5 points at a time. 5 points at a time. And then you just keep going, and eventually you will win out. All right, you guys. Moving on, let's check our homework. What's our homework like today? We got Alina Wong adding some. I like it. I'm gonna go through those. I'll do it at the airport. All right, and I will update the page again. All right, fantastic job looking at that, you guys. Again, what they're doing is on our website, on Limitless Hoops website. All right, they are going to our school page. All right, and then looking at the challenges section, and again, we have so many things, right? But the challenges section right here, and we have our endeavors, which is all these things. We have our strategies, which is all these things. These things should last you 12 years easily, even if you go like as fast as you possibly can. There is enough stuff on here to last you forever. This is the pick and roll quiz stuff, all right? Looking at all those videos, all right? The clinic stuff, all right, the drills, Euro steps, all this stuff, right? But what we're focusing on is right here, the focuses, all right? The focuses, and then the 12 focuses for our games. And when you click on it, you can see the video breakdown section, and that's what we're working on right now. Again, I will add video to this as you guys send it in. But these are the empty slots, and these are. This one is for positive defensive rebounds. I'm looking for the negative as well. And it's whenever someone doesn't box out, or whenever someone doesn't crash, whenever someone doesn't communicate or does communicate. I need a good and a bad one for all these 12. And you're stealing all the things from this one video right here. 50 All-Stars versus 50 All-Stars California. So these are our two state battles right here. Click on the video, and you can video screenshot it as well. So that's the goal for this video breakdown session, and just watching film at that level makes you a better basketball player. All right, so if you want to be an amazing basketball player, this is like a done deal. All right, and I have one question for you guys. Is we talked about all that stuff before, where it was like, even if you're knocked down, you keep going. Even if you're losing, you keep going. Blah blah blah. Okay, so my only job, besides opening the door, is to somehow trick you into running your fastest. That's it. I need to somehow get you, whoever you happen to be, to try your hardest from now till you graduate high school. That's my job. However I choose to get there, I don't know. I might yell at you. I might say some good things. I might hype you up. Might make a movie about you, kind of rush. All right? I might play you against the worst players, play you against the best players. I might work you out 7 days a week. You might only show up once a month. Okay, whatever. If I can do my job correctly, you win. But my entire job is up to you. So the question is, are you working your hardest? And your hardest may differ, right? Everyone's hardest is not Kobe Bryant's hardest. All right? Actually, no one's hardest is that hard, right? So when you were like, oh man, I'm dead, I can't go. Well, okay, are you going your hardest? If you have to skip a day, skip 2 days, maybe you're not the type to ever do a morning session because you just can't wake up. All right, cool. Are you going your hardest? And as long as you go your hardest, I think by the end, you're in a perfect spot. But if you're a D3 player and you're like, I could have gone harder, that's your fault. It's not mine, because you know what I'm trying to do. All right. But if you're just a JUCO player, okay, and you get to that level, you never made your dreams come true, but you're playing somewhere, or you're just like a high school player, okay, and you never started, whatever. If you went your hardest, you need to be happy with that. Because maybe it's because your height, maybe because you're like, I don't know, like your coordination issues, or because like your hardest just wasn't hard enough. Whatever it was, that's good enough. You went your hardest. And again, your hardest is different. So if you could honestly say to yourself, I can't go any harder, then you're doing everything that you can for this particular passion in your life. Then apply that same effort to something else. And if you get in a relationship, or like a job, or like whatever, where you do seriously try your hardest, and it's not good enough for the other person, ditch that person. Who cares? All you can do is your hardest, and it's going to be different. Now, if your hardest happens to be like Kobe Bryant, Well, then you're my type of dude, baby. Okay. So you guys, you're out there flying right now. You guys watching at home, make sure you guys work this weekend while we're gone. As you guys land, hopefully you guys are watching this in like the Airbnb with John, and you guys have a chance to do something amazing. Go ahead and do it, man. Go ahead and do it. All right. Take all that effort and just go about it and just like see what you're made of. Like emotionally see what you're made of. All right. Connor had one game where he didn't make a bad face. He was like this. That was a good thing for him. But I need you guys to be more than that. All right. Anyways, that's my timer to tell me that I'm out of time. So we are out of time. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget that the quote of the day, guys, is never discount a person because of age. All right. Good luck again. Sorry that past John can't be in Houston with you guys, but that future guy, he's a pretty good dude, okay? I mean, he's kind of stupid, but yeah, it is what it is. Forgive him. All right, you guys. Talk to y'all later. Reese's Pieces, homies.
Never end.
Let's get out of here.